Did anyone see the fall in the logic there? But they've signed this. They've actually fucking signed. They've signed recognition of trade unions and their rights. So cool. We are going to get this printed up, and we're going to post this to every worker at Stagecoach East London, so they know they have this piece of paper. So we came down here with our new deal pledges signed by Barry Arnold, all personally laminated for the individual workers, and they refused to talk to us. They in fact refused to take any of our calls. They're even refusing to say whether they signed it, and I think you'll find they did. There you go. This is the new deal pledge. It's from Barry Arnold. So you've got your own copy now of Mr. Arnold's pledge about how he's going to treat the workforce. We've had these little laminates made up for everyone who works at the garage, so they know what he signed. Anything kicks off, you can always refer to that.
Great stuff.
Hope that's of use.
Yeah, brilliant.
Brilliant.
Good idea.
Do you know any of the lads who might appreciate?
I think a lot of the lads will actually appreciate it.
Well, do you want to take some in?
Yeah.
That is classic, that is really good.
Cool.
That time more people did this sort of thing, at least you know where you're staying then.
We tried to get an interview with a man called Tom Moynihan, the managing director, owner of Domino's Pizza, and he's in charge of the whole thing. He has funded all sorts of anti-abortionists and has come up with all sorts of like really ridiculous statements like the trade unions are responsible for the federal deficit. He's kind of he's an interesting character we thought worthy of cross-examination in the one-to-one interview format. And then we spoke to his PR person at Domino's Pizzas. Has Mr. Moynihan funded anti-choice groups?
Mr. Moynihan funds Catholic organizations.
Has he funded anti-choice groups?
Mr. Moynihan is very proud of his support and contribution.
Has he funded groups that actually try to outlaw abortion?
That question is up for interpretation.
How can it be up for interpretation, for God's sake? The man either does fund anti-choice groups or he doesn't.
Is this a personal issue for you?
No, it isn't. What is becoming a personal issue is the fact that you're not answering the questions and you're supposed to be a PR who's supposed to answer them.
I'm not going to answer any of your yes or no questions because you're putting words in my mouth.
So you can't answer questions with yeses and nos, that's correct, is it?
Mark, this is getting silly.
You can't even answer the question on whether you can answer the questions with a yes or a no, can you?
Mark, I think this conversation has gotten unproductive.
I appreciate your time and your effort, and I'd like you to know that spiritually we're all part of one consciousness, and I love you.
That's very interesting. Well, okay, Mark, it's I hope that you came away with something good out of this conversation.
I think we both did.
Okay.
Thank you.
Goodbye now.
Bye-bye. Obviously, you know, we're not going to get an interview with Tom Moynihan, and it's very hard, therefore, to get the information out to people about what Tom Moynihan does. Unless, of course, you find another way of trying to get that information out, which is what we did. And I got a job. That's the one you wanted, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it, yes.
This is the Channel 4 Bike of Truth. Did you know that Domino's Pizza is chairman and owner is a guy called Tom Moynihan in America?
Right.
And he funds all sorts of disparate things through a charitable foundation called the Domino Foundation. He has also donated money in the past to support the successful referendum that terminated tax-funded abortions in Michigan. What do you feel about that?
I'm not particularly happy about knowing that sort of money is donated from money I pay towards a pizza, no.
Do you think that people would want to know that that's where their pizza money might end up?
Yes.
One more for the Bike of Truth. Hiya, Domino's. Thank you. We've missed the fucking lift. I'm not walking to the 7th floor. The one great thing is if the lift breaks, we've got pizza. Did you know the chairman and owner of Domino's Pizza is a guy called Tom Moynihan from America? It's a franchise. And this is what he said, right? Moynihan estimated that a family of 4 today could have an adequate balanced diet on an annual food budget of $150 to $300 a year. I swear to God.
We're a family of 4 and I couldn't survive on that for more than a month.
This is what he said. First thing, go to the Farm Bureau and buy a £100 bag of powdered milk. Like they feed calves. Buy oats, a bushel of corn and mash that stuff up. Grow some vegetables, supplement your diet. I think that's exciting.
I'm over the moon.
What did you think about Tom Moynihan saying that?
Can I swear?
Yeah, you can.
It's a bit of really, isn't it?
You see, it used to be a thing of beauty. And now, Tom Moynihan, you've made it ugly. In a way, you can understand why he wants to defend fetuses in a way, because as soon as they're born, he just slings a crash helmet on, slings them on the bike. Deliver those fuckers! We spoke later on to the Society for the Protection of the Unborn Child, who believe that abortion is not tenable under any circumstances, be it whether the woman has got cancer, whether she's a victim of rape or incestuous rape, whatever. No abortion should be permitted. We need to have punishment for abortionists.
Of course.
People who commit an act of murder must be punished.
Abortionists should, yes, absolutely, and that's the way you would do it.
And we've got to say that a life is a life here. And so if someone is a convicted abortionist, they are a murderer. And they must serve the same sentence as someone convicted of murdering a young child.
I wouldn't have any problem with that at all.
You are the voice in many ways. Everyone involved in the struggle for life is the voice of the unborn child. Mm-hmm. But more than anyone, perhaps, you are that voice.
It's not that I'm trying to beat anybody down, but I know what is right and I know what is wrong.
There's a Mary Stopes down in Brixton, and every now and again you go past them and they've got the guys there with their little placards with "Abortion is morally wrong," and you just think, oh, fuck. Your very existence disproves your point. Now just fuck off. Just fuck off. Before we make it retrospective. Because you're embarrassing, okay? And, you know, that whole thing, you know, it's embarrassing when you get men going, "I don't want abortion." You don't have to have one. Fuck off. And the weird thing is that basically there's a guy in Scotland who tried to stop his ex-wife having an abortion. And my take on it, as soon as men can actually have abortions, then they have a right to try and stop women having them. Until that day arrives, any man who tries to stop a woman having an abortion should by law be forced to have a backstreet vasectomy performed by a blind lesbian car mechanic. And that just seems fucking fair. And the weird thing is if you're pro-choice, they say, no, you're not pro-choice, you're pro-abortion. No, I believe women have got a right to choose to do what they want with their own bodies. No, you're pro-abortion. No, I'm fucking not. If I was pro-abortion, I'd be doing what they do in reverse. I'd be hanging around maternity wards with big banners going, "Get rid of it! Get rid of them! Jesus hates them, go on! When they're 16, they'll steal your jewellery for drugs, go on!" What we have is almost a pictorial representation of what we hope the vision could be here. Now let me just talk you through this. Here, okay, we have the clinic. Mm-hmm. Let's take away. This is where people can get abortions. Here we've got the backstreet abortionists, we've got the legal abortionists at the moment. These are people who, if they continue, end up in jail. Mm-hmm. We have here a rather nice drawing of a sex educationalist who is now finding other employment. Mm-hmm. Probably the best thing that they could do and get out of the harm's way. This is the spectre of casual sex. Mm-hmm. This is what we hope goes. We have here, just by the church, we have women who have been made pregnant through incest or rape, receiving the unconditional, non-judgmental love of their community. This would be our vision.
If I do anything in my life, it is to set up a vision that is alternative to that which our society has settled for, and to give people the courage to share in that vision. There's a woman pregnant with twins, this was a little while ago, she's pregnant with twins, and she wanted to abort one. And the pro-lifers offered her £80,000 not to have the abortion. 80,000 not to have one. It started off at 40,000, 40,000, 80,000. It's like Des O'Connor. Go for the money, take the box, have the abortion. You think if I was one of the fetuses, I'd be in there going, hold